Welcome to People. I'm Micah Mater. Let's get started.
All right, let's do this. Yes, coming to you live from our News Nation headquarters in Chicago. It's Morning in America. And it's our first.
And if you watch Morning in America on our network sister station, News Nation, then you're familiar with our first guest, Adrienne Bankert. The broadcast vet does a lot more than anchor the news. Adrienne is also an author. Her book, Your Hidden Superpower, The Kindness That Makes You Unbeatable at Work and Connects You with Anyone, aims to make the world a better place, or at least make it a little more kind. Adrienne, thanks for coming downstairs and joining us today.
No, I'm so excited. I thought, why haven't I done this before? I should have come downstairs a lot sooner, but thank
we're not
you, Micah.
that far away. Thank
No.
you. Let's talk a little bit about, before we get to your book, you have been in several places before you came to Chicago.
Yes.
How do you like Chicago? How have you acclimated?
I love Chicago.
Do you?
Out of all the places I've lived, I have never felt as home as I do here. I don't know. I found out, you know, in my history on my father's side, I have family from Illinois and Indiana. It might have been that. It's in my blood. But coming here and just seeing the architecture. I remember when I came here at my previous job in New York, they sent me on assignment for a few days, and my story got killed.
Oh.
And I thought, what am I going to do? And so I walked around. It's January. It's 27 degrees.
Cold.
And I said, wow, this is a beautiful city. Look at the river. Look at the bridges. Look at the buildings. I said, there's something about this place. I'll have to come back.
Yeah.
I had no idea I'd be coming back for a full-time job here and moving here.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank
It is a
you.
beautiful place,
It's
and January
gorgeous.
is horrible. We always love summer, and then we forget about it. We go January. Oh, but summer's coming.
But
we look forward to it.
it's
for sure.
wonderful
So it's
here.
working well. So what made you write this book about human kindness? I mean, it seems like the simplest thing, but a lot of people aren't kind.
No.
Yes.
And there's times when we aren't kind because the pressures of life are so intensified right now. It's not that we're inherently bad people. It's that we are under stress. And anytime there's change, there's stress, and things are changing so rapidly now. My mentor, God rest his soul, he actually was like, Adrienne, you need to write a book on kindness. And I said, I ain't kind enough to write a book on kindness. I'm not.
So how did you find the kind?
Well, I am kind in myself.
Okay.
In my heart of hearts, I really am. And it is because people have been kind to me. I tell a story in the beginning of the book. I had dreamed of being a national news correspondent and anchor. I had dreamed of it, and I didn't know how to get there. And finally, at this one pivotal point in my life, a woman who knew me from my very beginning days, my first news job, I called her up and I said, tell me where I can go, what I need to do. She's like, you know what? I'm going to tell the GM in LA at the local station that she has to hire you. And why? Because I've never heard you say a bad thing about anyone.
That was nice.
But it was true. I had intentionally decided, don't ever gossip about anybody. Don't ever say anything bad about people.
That's really hard to do.
But it's but it's doable. And I'm not saying that to say, oh, look at me, I'm so kind. I'm saying keep it real. Unless we're intentional about that and not gossiping, because we're in a business where people talk.
Yes.
Rumors swirl.
Yes.
But I had to literally make a muscle, memorize, I do not gossip. I don't say bad things about people, even when they talk and say bad things about me. And my mentor had seen me do these things where I said, you know what? I'm going to make sure I don't talk bad about people. I might have to work on this area of my life a little bit more, but that's one thing. And that woman hired me without having enough experience. And she said, you know, I can teach you how to be a better writer, but I can't teach nice, so I'm going to hire you.
And you say being kind has made you a better journalist.
It has. Because the thing is, we watch people on TV who we aspire to be like, and we think, okay, I'm going to be the next Diane Sawyer. But we can't be Diane Sawyer. Diane Sawyer is Diane Sawyer. We can be inspired by her. Her producer, Mark Robertson, told me, he said, you know what, the one thing about Diane is she's so curious. So it taught me how to be more curious. I leaned into that. But when I said, okay, kindness is like my personal thumbprint. Nobody else in the world has it. So if I'm kind, I'm actually demonstrating my most authentic self. And that's something no one can duplicate, no one can be threatened by. I can't compete with that. If you are Micah Mater, I cannot be Micah Mater. No one can be Micah Mater. When you are your kind self, you give the world a 1 in a billion, once in a lifetime chance to know the gift of you.
So it's basically being yourself, but I mean, we talk about the world it's so unkind right now with the wars and everything going on.
Hatred.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is there kindness in everyone?
I believe that.
Can we find that? And how do you go about getting that?
Again, I think it's muscle memory, right? I think that what's happened is we've taught kids to be kind, and there are anti-bullying campaigns about kindness. But then as adults, we don't really have somebody reminding us, hey, be kind. unless it's too late because something unkind was said or done. Right. But I think that if you intentionalize kindness, instead of treating it as elementary, instead of saying, oh, you didn't get any home training or you should have known better, we say, how am I going to fit kindness into my routine? Just like you floss your teeth.
So is it our responsibility to make other people kind?
No, absolutely
not.
The thing.
So how do you deal with unkind people?
Well, number one, when you are kind, I've learned, and I read my own book, because the truth is, just remembering what I learned over the years, I have to make a practice of it. You can learn how to be a better, boxer, or a better knitter, or a better horseback rider. I'm just picking random things.
Right.
By practice. And so it's the practice of kindness. I've learned it's not my business if people are unkind. I will be kind because I'm not going to allow them to ruin who I am. My masseuse, I'll give you an example. I get a massage once a month. That's my goal. Because I want to be kind to myself. That's part of the book.
Right.
But she said to me one day, she's like, you're really tight, you're really stressed. And I shared some things with her, because you kind of talk to your masseuse or your hairdresser like they're your therapist.
Yeah.
And I shared some things that were stressing me out, that were causing those knots in me. And she's like, oh, Adrienne, you're so beautiful. Don't let them ruin you. And I just thought, wow, but we let unkindness and what people say and do literally ruin us, and we lose ourselves. So kindness is the compass, our North Star, to getting back to our true self.
And all this is in the book.
Yes.
Okay. And you have an event coming up too. Tell us about
Speaking of muscle memory,
Yes.
I think it's fascinating. It's all coming together.
It all comes together.
Yeah,
like
it's all
said.
full circle. So I had an injury in my body that I couldn't work out on my own. Massage wasn't helping it. And so I ended up getting referred to a specialist named Greg Hahai. He has a wonderful Fit Lab business. He has a business in Bucktown. But he didn't take a lot of new clients. He was kind because his wife said, honey, just
He was
help,
being kind.
Help a sister out.
Yes, he was being kind.
Yeah, he was being kind. He helped me to relieve my pain by bringing my muscle back to life. Well, he has a wonderful research project called A Life Renewed with UIC. Some of the best doctors in the world are there. The head of surgery found out about what he did and said, I want you to try it on my patients. These are cancer patients. These are dialysis patients who need their muscle rebuilt after so much treatment that they can't receive a kidney if they don't have muscle. These are PTSD survivors, soldiers, veterans who need that muscle to be reactivated. He's able to do this without anybody sweating, not one drop of sweat.
Wow, this sounds good to me.
People are getting off of medication. And so I'm gonna have a conversation because my hope is that more people in the medical community, more of us, can be curious about the future of medicine and how it won't be just about being released from the doctor or the hospital, but be about recovering and coming to healing and wholeness.
And that's Saturday?
That's Saturday. That is at
Today,
1 to 3
actually.
p.m. Today, that's today. I'm like, what day is it? And it is from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Chicago Architecture Center, right there off of Wacker near Michigan Avenue. You don't want to miss it. We'll have light bites. A recommended donation to the foundation is acceptable. You can find out more on my Instagram page at ABOnTV, or you can go to my website, adriennebankert.com, for more on the book. But yes, I'm really excited about this because I'm hoping that all of us can create a brighter future for the healthcare industry so that we can live a long time and not be in pain.
I want to. Thank you. Great conversation.
Thank you, Micah.
You can find Adrienne and her co-host, Marky Martin, every weekday from 5 to 9 right here in Chicago. And for her book and everything else, visit adriennebankert.com. Thank you again.
Thank you.